Milo was a small kite. He wasn't the biggest or the fastest, but he had a heart full of dreams, but he was very colourful. His vibrant colours made him stand out in the sky. He had stripes of red, which reminded him of the sunsets he loved to watch. Yellow, like the bright sun that warmed his wings, and blue, like the endless sky he loved to explore. Milo lived in Skyville, a town in the clouds. It was a magical place where dreams took flight. All the kites loved Skyville. It was a place where they could be free and happy. Skyville was always bright and sunny. The perfect weather for kites to soar. Every day felt like a party. The wind chimes sang melodious tunes. The windmills spun joyfully, adding to the festive atmosphere. And the kites danced in the sky. They twirled and swirled, creating beautiful patterns. Everyone in Skyville loved to fly. It was their favorite thing to do. They would fly up high, reaching for the stars. They would fly down low, skimming the treetops. They would fly all around, exploring every corner of the sky.
I love to fly too. I wiggle my tail, dip and twirl, feeling the wind beneath me, and try to fly as high as I can. The sky is my playground, and I'm free.
One day it was time for the Sky Festival. This was a special day in Skyville. It was the day for the biggest kite flying competition.
I love my kite, Milo. I know he is small, but I know he can fly high.
All the kites lined up for the competition. There were big kites and small kites. There were square kites and dragon kites. The whistle blew, and they were off. The first challenge was the spinning gust. The wind was fierce and relentless, swirling around with such intensity that it made the kites dance uncontrollably in the sky. The wind spun around and around, creating a whirlwind that seemed impossible to escape. The kites were at the mercy of the gusts, struggling to maintain their balance. It tried to push the kites off course, making it difficult for them to stay on track. The sky was a chaotic dance of colors and shapes, each kite fighting to stay aloft. Next came the cloud barrier. The kites had to navigate through a thick wall of fluffy clouds that seemed to stretch endlessly across the sky. The kites had to fly through fluffy clouds which obscured their vision and made it hard to see where they were going. It was a true test of their navigation skills. It was like trying to find your way through a maze. The clouds twisted and turned, creating a labyrinth that challenged even the most experienced kites.
This is tough, but I can do it. The small kite, named Milo, was determined to overcome every obstacle, no matter how daunting it seemed.
The last challenge was the tangled tail. The wind had a mischievous side, and it loved to tangle the kite's strings together. The wind tied the kite's strings together. It was a frustrating and complicated mess that required patience and skill to untangle. It was a big, jumbled mess. The kites had to work together to free themselves from the tangled web of strings. Milo was a small kite. Despite his size, he had a big heart and a lot of determination. He had a hard time flying through the challenges. The wind, the clouds, and the tangled strings all seemed to conspire against him.
He's too small to win. The larger kites laughed at Milo, thinking he didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, look at him struggle. They mocked him, but Milo was determined to prove them wrong.
Then something amazing happened. A big windstorm came. The sky darkened and the wind howled through the trees, sending shivers down everyone's spine. The other kites were scared. They fluttered and flapped, struggling to stay afloat in the fierce gusts. They started to fall down one by one like leaves in autumn. But Milo was different. He was small and light, almost weightless. His delicate frame allowed him to dance with the wind rather than fight it. The wind lifted him high into the air. Higher and higher he went, defying the storm's fury. He soared above the storm clouds. Up there, the sky was clear, and the sun shone brightly.
Go, Milo, go! The crowd below cheered, their voices filled with hope and excitement. I knew you could do it, friends and family shouted, their faces beaming with pride.
Milo flew higher and higher. He felt unstoppable, like he could touch the stars. He flew past all the other kites. They watched in awe as he ascended effortlessly. He flew all the way to the finish line. Milo had won. The crowd erupted in cheers. He was the winner of the Sky Festival. His victory was celebrated by everyone.
The winner is Milo. The announcement echoed through the festival grounds.
The other kites were surprised. They had never seen such a small kite achieve so much. They had learned a lesson that day. Size doesn't matter. What matters is the spirit and determination within. What matters is how high you believe you can fly, and Milo believed he could touch the sky.